Hello, good afternoon, good morning, everyone. Today is sadly the anniversary of the tragic bombing of Brussels in 2016. A friend of mine was killed in the attacks of the metro station. And the next morning, I wrote a poem, the poem for love that you have been circulated, you have seen circulating um, on social media and has been translated in over 74 languages now. So today I didn't want to go back to the horror and the pain and the tragedy of this event. There are so many other events currently taking place everywhere in the world, but I want to share a beautiful story that emerged from the poem. And I will share some others, and I will also share the poem in Arabic today. And this story is me discovering the force and the power of community and wanting to share the poem to as many people as possible in as many languages as possible. And one of the things I did is I reached out to people organizing TEDx conferences, and namely, I reached out to Kamar. Kamar was at the time a student at TEDx Arab University, and sorry, at the International Arab University, and she wanted to organize a TEDx conference there for the students to give them hope. And so we talked briefly, and she invited me to contribute something to the conference. At the time, it was impossible to travel there, so we did two things. I provided a video that she could share, but the most important thing we did is actually to send 100 postcards with a positive message, with a poem in Arabic and in English, and with a positive message. And to get those cards, what we did is we um, asked people in the streets. So we went into the city center of Brussels. We asked people to read a poem in their language. We also went there with a postcard, and we asked them to write a message. And you will see here um, a couple of occasions for that. So we came up with 100, a little bit over 100 postcards. Now that meant that we had to get them there. So I sent a package to Lebanon, and Kamar had to travel to Lebanon to get the packages there, the package of postcards there, and then bring them back. And then when she was at the conference at TEDx University, Arab International University. Sorry, I'm a bit emotional. She shared the postcards, and actually, I talked to her not so long ago, and she still has the postcard that she received. That was a really beautiful moment to see that we can connect beyond our differences, beyond borders. We can travel. Messages can travel. The poem can travel. And so, if we can remember that, um, if we can remember that we are not alone, and that the person in front of you is a human too, then I think we can change a lot of things in this world. So I would like to introduce to you Kamar virtually. She doesn't even know I'm showing this video of her, but she agreed recently to read the poem in Arabic. She's now in the Netherlands working, and I would love to share the poem with you. So I just need to go to the right screen and then hit on play. Well, I'm just going to make it a full presentation like this. And here you have Kamar in Arabic. The translation is by Asina. And there is some music by beautiful friends as well. All right. So here we are. I just love seeing Kamar, how young she is and how much courage she had and she has. Um, and I think it's good that I read the poem in English now and then to leave you with that. For love, I shall stand for love, even with a broken soul, even with a heavy heart. I shall stand for love, for the world is wounded, not just my little piece of land, where I'm mostly safe, where I'm mostly well, but our world, everywhere, every day. I shall stand for love because we need more light, not more death, not more power, not more bombs. I shall stand for love so that our children may be safe, so that all children may be safe, so that our friends may be sheltered, so that our borders, all borders, may be open. I shall stand for love, even with a broken soul, even with a heavy heart. Thank you so much for following me, for sharing the poem, for reading the poem. We have an invitation, standing invitation every day at 1 p.m. European time. We gather on Zoom and we say the poem in the language of our choice. So we can have some Portuguese and French, German, English, Italian, Russian, Japanese, all languages. There's 74 of them. So there's plenty of opportunity. Have a good and safe day. Connect with other people. Remember, the power is in community, the power is in love. And in every situation, remember to wonder what would happen if you brought love in this situation. How do you stand for love?